Howdy folks, and welcome to a new series called Prison Architect. Uh, New game, kind of like the Roller Coaster Tycoon series. You are given your funds and all that, have to build a successful prison, basically. Let's go ahead and create a new prison. We're going to make this guy large. Fog of War, we're going to turn that off because that's irritating as hell. Forest, whatever. I'm not changing any of that stuff. Okay, we're just going to leave all that as is. And let's go ahead and play. Alright. So here's our map area. This is the large map. Have our workmen coming in. And you can see right here, we already have garbage and deliveries laid out. I want to go ahead and pause this real quick. Yes, you can pause it, real time it, double time it, triple time it, whatever. Adjusting the speed of it, get things done faster, pause it to fix anything that might be breaking. Let's go ahead and take a look at our planning tool. The best thing to do is have a good idea of what you want before you even start laying down the foundation. Now, since we're playing on the large map, I kind of want to fill up this whole area as the prison. I want to make it a huge prison. Now, my idea was I was going to have the entrance probably somewhere up here, the entrance to the prison. Maybe put minimum security right by the entrance. And then have like the max security as far away from the entrance as possible. So let's see here. I want to go ahead and take my planning tool. That's the other thing is I'm not going to worry about perimeter fences or anything like that because I'm going to fill up the whole map. Like that. That is going to be my prison. Now that does overlap the garbage and deliveries. So what I'll probably do, come down here to rooms, and if I right click and drag, I can delete a room. Okay. Now what did we have? We had where is it? Kitchen, storage, deliveries, garbage, and I think exports are all outside things. Okay. I went ahead and zoomed out with the mouse wheel. Excuse me. You move the map around with your WAS and D keys. Zoom in and out with your mouse wheel so you can get a better view of what you're doing. But yeah, that's basic controls. Let's see here. We got deliveries. We're probably going to put that up here right close to the entrance. Now, you see how this edge right here is red? Let me zoom in a bit. Right here I got green and then I got red. Red means you cannot have something there. So start with the green, and I can drag it all the way across, but the road itself is marked out as red. So how big is this strip anyway? Oops. Let me undo that. I can't tell how big this strip is. I know. I'll get my planing tool. Sorry about that. And we'll just take it from one end all the way down to the other. Alright. I can't see that number. Is that 160 meters? Okay, so 160 meters. That means I can do 40 meters per room and get them all in there. So let's do that. Deliveries. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Going to take up, well, no, I lose 2 meters because it's not end to end. So that's 158. Screw it. We'll do 40 meters for deliveries. There we go. 40 meters of deliveries. And then we'll put the storage. No, we'll do that further down, I think. No, yeah, we'll do storage right next to it. So it can overlap. Where's the edge? I can't see the edge. Oh, here we go. Okay, you barely see that checkered pattern there. And it seems to end right there. Okay, so we'll do 40 meters for storage. There we go. Now, man, I just can't seem to get my throat clear. Exports. Now this is for the prison labor. If you're doing license plates or whatever, you have to be able to send it out somehow. And that's what this is. So exports is going to be 40 meters. And the rest of it will be garbage. Where's garbage? There we go. Because you don't want to keep the garbage in the prison. There we go. So now we have all that marked out. Now it does have this exclamation on here that it's failed. That's just because I have the game paused. As soon as I resume it and it updates, it'll see that these are fine and it'll go ahead and accept them. Alright, so back to prison planning. Let me go here. I need to remove my border because it's going all the way to the edge and I can't do that. Now let's see here. We've got our walls. I'm going to probably run that right up to the road. And well, no, we need an area big enough for our power plant. Because you have to have a power plant. Let me see here. Where is it? Object. No, not objects. Utilities. Power station. That's what it is. Oh, that's actually the right size. Look at that. You see how I have one square around the power station? That's to make room for capacitors. Capacitors increase the capacity of the power station. And you can run them all the way around. Like that. Alright? But we're not going to do that just yet. So we got our power station marked out. Go back to planning. Walls. We need to be able to access the power station. So if this is the wall around it, this will be our perimeter wall here. Let me see here. We only need it to be one wide to get access to there because prisoners are not supposed to be going in here. Probably put a door here and a door here. Okay. And then here we'll have our entrance. Okay. So prisoners come in this way, and where are they going to go? I think... Let me see here. If I pull this all the way up like that and make that a staff door so that only staff can get in there, make those staff doors so that only staff can get in there. Okay, that'll have our power center fairly secure. I don't think you really need to worry about that. I hadn't seen prisoners attack the power centers, but just in case, you know. Better safe than sorry. Let's see here. You know what? I wonder. Maybe I should go ahead and rather than doing this right here, maybe I should make this big enough to go ahead and house. Let's see here. That's there. Utilities. The water pump station. Would that fit there? Yes, okay. Because you have to power the water pump station with your power station. So I'd put that one right there, and that could supply this whole this combo right here could supply this whole quarter of the prison. So I'll go ahead and leave those sitting there for well, no, you can't even see them now. Okay, whatever. How big was that? I need to pay attention. Okay, 2 out, and then there. Alright, so I'm going to take those out, 2 out, and then that can be my walls, the third one out. Back to walls. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. There we go. And then I can do that. We'll figure out where the door for that goes later. Auto saving. Okay. Entrance to the prison. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Right click and drag to erase. We also need to have offices, because your staff needs offices. And the staff members that need offices, you've got the warden, which we're going to go ahead and hire him right off the bat, because you have to have a warden in order to do anything. We need the chief. He needs an office. The foreman needs an office. And then the psychologist, accountant, and lawyer, they all need offices. So a total of 6 offices. And how big do offices need to be? Rooms, office, needs to be 4 by 4. So as long as it's 4 by 4, which 1, 2, 3, 4. It won't let me mark it because there's not a foundation there. Okay. Well, it needs to be a 4 by 4 room, which means 5 by 5 for the walls. Okay. So we'll go back to our planning tool. Walls. And there's 5. Oh, I don't need it against there. Stop that. Bad. Save space. 5 by 5. Okay. Here's our first office. Is this? No, it's only 3 across. I wonder if there's anything I can stick in there. We'll get back to that. Okay. Here's our second office. Third. Fourth. And fifth. Oh, we need 6. There. 6 offices. Easy peasy. Okay. So we have all the offices right here. Prisoners come in, and the first one they see is the warden. And that's the only one they see. Because I'm going to put a gate right there and right there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and make this a staff hallway. Staff only down here. I might even... You know what? I'm going to do that. They're not even going to see the warden. I'm going to put his door right there. We're going to do that. Make all these offices the same. Cookie cutters. Nice and simple. Okay. So if I've got a door right here, then when prisoners come in, they come right into here, which is going to be the reception area. And how big does the reception area need to be? Rooms. Reception. Doesn't say. That's not helpful. Just says indoors needs an office desk, table, and chair. Could help me out, you know. Alright, anyway, we got 7, 8, let's do that. 10 by 6. Okay, that should be big enough. So prisoners come in and they go straight away into the reception area. They don't have anywhere else they can go. After reception, they go into the holding cell, which, yeah, we'll just go ahead and make that. How big is that? That's 10. Oops. How big is this? That's 9. Okay, I need to make that 1 wider. There we go. There's our holding cell. Alright. So, reception, holding cell. From the holding cell, where are we going to go? I think what I want to do is have the minimum security is going to exit right there, and anything that's not minimum security is going to exit over here. Okay? So, further extending the wall, I want to go ahead and just take it by 3. And there. Okay. Need to section off the minimum security. We don't want them interacting with the really bad guys. We want to keep them separate. So, I've got to figure out what to do with this space. Because I like the offices right there, right in the front like that. I'm sure there's something else that can go there. But we'll get to it. Okay, one wide seems kind of narrow, though. I don't like that. So maybe we'll do that and that. Make it a 2 wide corridor. Okay, that's better. Alright. You know what? I'm going to tinker with this just a little bit. And I'll bring you guys back whenever I've got some of this sorted out, and I'll show you what I got. Alright, be right back. And we're back, and I went ahead and laid out some stuff, and I'll show you what that looks like. We're going to go ahead and fast forward this so we can get these guys to work. I'm already in the hole. And oops, before anything, I need, where's my intake? Closed for right now, okay? I don't want prisoners coming in to a field. They're just going to escape if they come in. There's nowhere to put them. So, what I've done, I went ahead and put some marks on the map here. I found the dead center of it. I went ahead and marked out where all my power stations are going to go. You have to have multiple ones because one power station isn't going to power the entire prison. It's just not going to happen. Okay. And I decided what to do with that little 3 wide walkway. I'm just going to make that an access hallway that goes all the way around the perimeter of the prison. Okay. And it stops right here. This right here in the middle, I decided we're going to have a huge canteen. Dining room, basically. And the kitchen is going to be right here on the minimum security side. Because this is going to be for minimum security over here. And they're the only ones I'm going to let work in the kitchen. Around the cafeteria, kitchen, whatever, I decided that's where I'm going to have the yard. Because you got to let the prisoners outside, let them get some exercise and all that. Okay, fine. But you're not doing it next to the border so you can escape. You're doing it right smack in the middle of the prison. So yes, you can see outside air, but you're not going anywhere. Over here, I decided to make this the first minimum security area right here, where the prisoners will have a shared dormitory instead of individual cells, because that is an option, dormitory. So I can change that into a dormitory and we'll be good to go. Where are all my workers? How come nothing is getting done? I have a warden standing out here by himself, and I have the materials. I don't have any workers. Why do I not have any workers? Okay, whatever. I've got cash flow. It's coming in. I'm earning $1,260 a day. So, as I can afford workers, I guess I'll throw them out there. Whatever. For this starting foundation area, I thought it was pretty small, but apparently it was too big, and it ate up all my budget. So I'll have to do some AFK cash flow farming. That's alright. We can do that. You come in to this main entrance right here, and here's all the offices, just like I had said before. Then the other option is coming in here through the reception area, where prisoners get in-processed and then sent into the holding cell. After their stay in the holding cell, which will be until I get this built up, if they're minimum security, they come on into the minimum security dorm. If they're anything else, they follow this hallway all the way down and go out to the rest of the prison. Okay? Future plans, I intend to have this hallway right here, not the reception area, but the staff area, extend into a visitation area. And I think there was also something like protective custody or something like that. So I'll have an area for them too. And then you see I've got these 3 rooms right here. This one right here, I decided to make the infirmary or medical room. And this room right here, I'll have a staff door on here, but I'm also going to have one right here because this is going to be the morgue. And we got to store the dead bodies somewhere. And leaving them on the floor just isn't a good idea. And this one right here, I haven't quite decided on. I kind of want to put this one as the security room for like the CCTV panel and remote control doors and all that kind of stuff. But I could also use it as the kennel. I'm not entirely sure. Or I could just add more of these square rooms off to the side here and get everything I want right here by the entrance. That's an idea too. This whole corner here, I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I've got my ideas. I know I want the baddest of the bad over here, like max security and death row and all that. They're going to be over in this quarter of the prison. I guess the middle ground, medium security guys can go here. And we'll have shared facilities between them, like the chapel and the club room and all that kind of stuff. Because what I'm going to do is, under regime here, right now, it's just one thing. But if I've got minimum security, medium security, max security, they're all going to have their own sections that I can adjust. And all I got to do is make sure that nobody's in the room at the same time as a different group. So everybody has breakfast at a different time. Everybody has lunch at a different time. It's like minimum security comes in first. When they're done, medium security comes in. When they're done eating, then max security comes in. You know? And if I rotate it out like that, I should be able to reduce conflict. Not saying I will. It just should. Okay, get a workman. His wages are $100 per day, which would take me down to $11.60. So I'm going to go ahead and let that build up some more. Unfortunately, today, all we managed to do was get some planning done, get the general layout of the prison down. I'm going to have to let this AFK for a while, let it collect some more funds. We'll probably be up to day 40 before I can actually start building anything. But I'll bring y'all back for the next episode then. Until then, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.